is Asinine Radio. This is the weekly music podcast where every week we get into our Fearless Beer Review. We get into the vinyl stuff we picked up, stuff we've been listening to. We round it out with some new music and other happenings in the music world. My name is Tyler. We're out there hundreds of miles away. It's Jeff. While you're listening, go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts. If you're watching on YouTube, smash that subscribe button. And we're also going to talk about your record store, Desert Grooves Records. Huge shout out. Because why not? So let's get into it. Fearless Beer Review. What do you got this week, Jeff? Go.
I have something nasty. Where did I fucking put it?
I got something tasty today. So, but what do you got?
Because I don't ever go to the beer store.
The beer store?
The beer store. So whatever my roommate buys, friend of the pod, Sloan, he buys just stupid shit. But I'm always interested in trying it, especially here on the pod, because it makes it more fun. Rather than buy something that's interesting to me, I just buy the stupid shit or drink the dumb shit that he buys. So today, I never had this before, but it's Twisted Tea, hard iced tea.
Ah. we talked about drinking that instead of the Long Islands,
right?
A couple weeks, or when we were in Long Island season.
Yeah, but Long Island was a much better decision than this is probably going to be.
Damn, you should have told me. I would have bought one of those too. We could have had the same thing. You son of a bitch.
See, next time you come out here, we're just going to go to the beer store and get fucking 10 beers that are just identical. And then those will be the beers we drink until the next time you come out.
But okay.
I have a bunch of bourbon counties too, like the Goose Island stouts.
Yeah, that's gross.
Yeah, that's gross. Get you fucked up though. 17%.
Yeah, it's not even good. Not even good.
Yeah, you're right. It's great. Got him. That's what I got. It's a Twisted Tea.
Are you drinking out of a can or?
Yeah, of course. No, I'm gonna. Sometimes with this kind of stuff, I'm afraid to pour it because of what it looks like, and if it looks like poop, then I'm not gonna drink it. If it looks just like watery diarrhea, then I just won't drink it. So I think drinking out of the can is probably safer for me.
Okay, I get it. All right, then. I didn't have much time. Just go grab something that I haven't had. So I was at the grocery store today, and I picked up, a solid space dust right here. You and I have had
space dust, baby.
We've had some good times with space dust, and it's 8.2 ABV, so it's a strong boy. But I need this. I need this to get through this Stained episode.
So huge shout out.
Huge. Well, it's not a shout out, but that's okay. Yeah, 8.2. What's your Twisted Tea?
It's flat 5, baby. Flat 5.
Flat 5, baby. All right. You ready to start drinking?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Wait, I get up.
Didn't even open it yet. Oh, this is fun. Having a blast.
Oh.
There you go.
Dude, that does not smell good in any way, shape, or form.
Iced tea is not very good, but yeah, it happens. Ready?
Okay, here we go. Kisses.
Here we go. Oh boy, that tastes like a space dust. All right, so we're going to talk about our beers and your Twisted Tea. We're going to rate it based off of our world famous 3-point rating system, where 3 is a perfect beer, 2 is a good beer. You're going to continue to drink. 1 is a bad beer, but give it a shot, and 0 is a drain pour. So what would you give that Twisted Tea?
Man, this is weird.
Know, huh?
So it does taste like iced tea with a little bit of lime in it or lemon in it. And I agree. I'm not a big fan of iced tea. It's just another alternative to water. If I'm thirsty, I'm just going to drink fucking water over iced tea. But sometimes I do want a little pizzazz, but I don't want something heavy like a soda or juice. So tea is the alternative there. But I'm not a fan of tea by any means. So I need lime or lemons. Go squish them in there.
That's what it sounds like too.
This does fucking taste like that. It absolutely does. And that's, I don't know how I feel about that. It's kind of gross, but it's thin. And I guess in my mind, I'm thinking oh, this tastes like iced tea. Therefore it's refreshing. Drink more. So it hasn't my tongue says it's gross, but my brain's telling me nah, I'm right. This is just iced tea. Drink it. So we'll see where that goes. At 5% though, what the fuck? Why would you drink this? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Stupid. If I'm gonna drink something dumb like this, I'm gonna drink a Truly. I'm gonna drink a seltzer.
Yeah, Trulies are much better.
It's
by the way,
carbonation in this. So
I haven't had that High Noon. I've been wanting to try that High Noon seltzer. Everybody, I see a lot of people drink it. Ryan was drinking it last weekend. So I'm curious about that. If it's any good, maybe we can drink that next week.
I think I've had High Noon on the pod before.
Have you? Okay.
Seltzer.
So my
Oh yeah,
my
I did.
you did?
Yeah.
You don't remember what it tastes like, guys.
I do not.
Okay. All right. So my Space Dust. I mean, this is solid. I really like this beer. You like it too, but it does creep up on you. It is strong, and 3 22-ounce, glasses of that, mugs of that will get you pretty messed up like it did to us.
Yeah, it will get you
that
messed
one night.
up.
Especially, I mean, also we were drinking all that day too before we even went out to the bar. But this just we had 3 Space Dusts and then we had Coors Lights after that too, right? But I don't remember how many Coors we had.
Well, we also had a roadie, and there's a lot of
roadies.
stuff.
Yeah, there was a lot that night. So did Raul leave anything for the Twisted Tea on Beer Advocate?
I haven't looked up Raul in so long. Tea, Beer Advocate.
So he left one for mine, the Space Dust. I probably already talked about it or read it, but I'm going to read it again. He posted about this, or he rated it on and reviewed it in 2018 about the Space Dust on tap at Angel Stadium in Anaheim, California. Well, Puig just hit a 3-run jack, so just like that, all things in life taste better. But nah, it ain't like that. Space Dust was actually pretty good, straight up. Like Sophia Loren trying on a corset in the 60s, this one fits perfectly. Perfect hop to malt balance. It's not the best, but it does the trick right nice. Okay, not bad. Not a bad review. I like it. Raul.
So when did he leave that?
2018.
Oh, okay.
So to bring up Puig, I haven't heard of him in a long time.
In 2018, too, that was like the last. I think that was one of the last years, if not the last year, he was on the Dodgers.
Where did he go after the Dodgers, or did he just leave
He bounced
the MLB?
around.
But does he still play in the
No.
MLB?
No. Maybe this year. I don't know. Maybe he'll come back. But no,
He was quite the sensation.
He was cool. He was a guy that would like if he thought he could take an extra base because you were kind of dogging it out in the outfield, he would just round first and go to second. He got called out a lot, but sometimes he would make it because everybody just assumes like, oh, he's not going to go for 2 because you're going to throw him out. And so he challenges that concept. Like, oh yeah, you think I'm not going to run? Check it out, I'm going to fucking run. And it was fun to watch him. And like you can see his coach going like, no. He's like, okay, I'm going. It was fun.
Yeah.
I miss Puig. Yacil Puig.
All right. So nothing left. Nothing, or is I'm curious if that Twisted Tea is even on Beer Advocate.
It's not. Snot.
It's not.
Dude, this is gross. I can't do this.
Well, don't drink it then. That's fine. So yeah. So what would you rate this based off our world famous 3-point rating system?
And when I do drink iced tea, it's just iced tea. I don't have any sugar in it. I don't add any like the syrups. It's just iced tea and lemon. That's it. This tastes like sweetened tea with lemon, and that's fucking gross because I absolutely hate sweet tea. See, a good thing is like sometimes if I'm going to McDonald's during the summer because they have dollar drinks at McDonald's, like any size drink, which is fucking wild. And
Crazy.
like if I'm going to work, I'll get a coffee because it's $1. And I'm already there, like, fuck it. I'll get a large iced tea also because I don't want a soda at, the crack of noon. But I want something refreshing when it's 120 degrees out here.
Yeah.
So I have my coffee, which I have to sip on like kind of all day. And then I have a tea. It's $1. So, like, I don't like it. If it was $3, I would never buy it. But, like, I enjoy it for $1.
I get it. Yeah.
But if it's sweet tea, I honestly just throw it in the trash.
Yeah, sweet tea's gross. I mean, I don't like iced tea either, but sweet tea's even worse. Sweet tea's, it's bad. It's bad.
You don't like anything.
But
what do you like? What do you drink?
I like Monsters.
Oh,
Yeah, that's my breakfast. That's my breakfast.
So gross.
That's my breakfast. So, I love what I really like is when I'm at your house, and I wake up in the morning every time, or when I wake up at 11, I go into the office, I'm by myself in the office, and I kick my feet up, get out the Monster out of the mini fridge, I crack it open, and then I hear you wrestling in the room next door, and then I always get a text from you like, "Well, I heard that Monster crack open" or some shit like that. And then I kick my feet up, read the newspaper on my phone, and that's my morning ritual when I'm at your house.
Because I'm usually awake. It's just like I'm not going to get up and do things because I just don't want to start my day yet. But when I hear that, I'm like, oh, I guess we're going. Here we go. It's time.
And it stinks up the whole room.
It does. It's fucking gross. That shit is gross.
Love it.
Grosser than this Twisted Tea. Hard iced tea.
I don't think you've ever had a
Twisted
Monster,
tea?
but that's okay. I think it's Twisted Tea, yeah.
Hard tea. Twisted tea, hard iced tea.
That's a mouthful, dude.
Twisted tea, hard iced tea.
Twisted tea, hard iced tea. There you
Yeah, this is gross, dude. This is stupid. Just stop putting alcohol into things. This is a 0. Like, you don't need to try this.
go. 0.
It's stupid.
All right. All right. So my Elysian Space Dust IPA. This is good. This is always really, really good. It goes down very smooth considering how strong it is, but it does have a strong bite. But the bite's not like it's a nice bite. You know, some bites are nice, and this is a nice bite. I don't know. I really dig it, and I always go back to it. I'll give it a 2.75 out of 3. It's really good, and it gets the job done. That's for sure. And like I said, I'm gonna need it for the Stained episode that we're doing. So there you go, baby girl. Let's move on to the vinyl stuff we picked up, stuff we've been listening to. If you want to listen along to some of the songs from these albums we talk about, there's a Spotify playlist in the description of the episode, so go check it out. So what do you got this week, Jeff? Go. As you're drinking a beer, but that's fine.
Oh, sweet Michelob Ultra with lime. Like music to
Only
my
the
mouth.
best.
Like music to my mouth. All right, so here's what I got. I actually pulled them this time too. I kind of do a thing where I come home and I immediately pull the vinyl, I put it in here, and then I go do stuff that we don't forget. Because I showing it off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. I do the same thing. Yeah. What do you got there?
Baby girl, see that? That's 2 tongues.
2 tongues
2 tongues. Both
from the
tongues
weirdo
there.
Max Bemis. Yeah.
Look at this. It's such a weird fucking picture disc too.
Yeah, it is a weird one. But
Gross.
how does the picture disc sound? No issues with it?
None at all. It sounds absolutely perfect.
Okay.
And picture discs are weird because I feel like picture discs made after like the 80s have gotten way better in quality, and picture discs before the 80s were just complete shit overall. But what they started doing after like the 80s is they just put the picture disc in the plastic sleeve without like a rice paper inner barrier.
Mm-hmm.
And so like out here when it gets hot, which it does get hot, that picture just like sticks to the plastic, and then when you peel like the plastic off, it goes like
Oh.
and then just fucking ruins that picture disc and makes it sound staticky and complete garbage. So watch out for that.
Sucks.
Yeah, but this sounds fine. This sounds fine. Yeah, this is 2 tongues. This is Max Beamies and Chris Conley from Safe Today.
Beamies.
Max Beamies. This is their first record from 2009. It's I mean, if you like Say Anything, you'll love this. Just classic Max, great melodies, great hooks. And Chris can write really, really, really good, catchy songs, but fuck, man. On like his songs on this record, half the time he sounds so fucking whiny, it's almost unlistenable. But the other half, it's like, okay, cool. That's the kind of like Stage Today I want to hear, Chris Conley. But otherwise, like, fuck, he's so annoying sometimes.
Honestly, I kind of like that 2 Tongues record. When we did Say Anything on the podcast, I went and listened to all of Max's stuff, and I actually did like that one. It was a good record, one of the better records out of the Max Bemis canon.
Good.
So it was
good.
What was didn't he have another band too that was a little bit heavier, a little bit? Am I crazy, or is that 2 Tongues?
I mean, this is not heavy.
I know, but didn't he have like a heavier, like another band, like a side project that was kind of heavier too? I don't remember what it was though. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Whatever.
Don't know. Don't remember.
Whatever.
Yeah, that's
Continue.
one. Oh, fuck. More Max if we're just going to keep talking about Max all day, which
Let's
we
talk
could.
about Max more. Yeah.
Hebrews.
There you go. Hebrews. Not that
Hebrew
great of a
National.
record.
Not that great of a
Not that great of a record.
That's what you sound like. This is their 6th record. We ranked all these when we did the Say Anything episode. I think we ranked this like 3 or something like that. But it's just a solid overall album. There's a shit ton of guest vocalists on here. Sometimes you can't pick them out because they like you can hear like, oh, that's obviously not Max, but I don't know who that is because either the guest vocalist doesn't have an iconic sound to them or they're just kind of buried. But it's fun, but like obviously the best song on this is a Tom song because having Tom
song's not that good.
having Tom guess on any track is always such a rare treat. But it's a good song. It's got a cool little synth. Bing, 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 bing.
What you said you ranked this number 3, right?
I think so.
I ranked it number 9. I ranked it 9.
Yeah, that's
bottom
because you don't know what you're doing.
Worst Say Anything. My notes say that no guitars on the whole record, and every song has a different singer, and it's very dramatic, theater kid sounding. Yeah, not for me.
Okay.
I have no.
Well,
I have
that's
no.
one thing.
It says I have no banger.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
there you go. Yeah, no banger. But I put Nibble Nibble, the one with Tom, is on it just as a fun fact. But
So
anyway.
good though. I like this record a lot. Every single song has at least one guest vocalist. Some have two. But yeah, there's no guitar. I mean, there is guitars. Chris Conley plays all the guitars in this, but there's no like
it's not a
traditional
guitar
guitar.
driven.
Right.
Yeah.
It's mostly like an arrangement that Max did, very electronic, and there's just a lot of bass and a lot of drums, and it's fun and it's cool. I don't know. I like it.
Yeah, I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you enjoy it.
Glad somebody fucking likes that shit. Let's see what we got here.
What else you got?
Oh yeah, set your goals, baby. Set your goals is. This is
Just pop punk.
It's pop punk, yeah. A little. I mean, the next two, I guess, are kind of in the same vein. A little easy core, mostly pop punk. I think I saw these guys with Angel and Joe in
Joe. Wait, Joe who? Joe Meyer.
Joe Meyer. I forgot what his last name was. Over by where the Soma is in San Diego.
Oh, okay. So, okay.
It was Set Your Goals, and then Phoenix TX, and then Newfound Glory. It was a free show in the parking lot of the stadium. And
okay.
Angel's
Nice.
like, you want to go to the show? I said, fuck yeah, because he knows I love Phoenix TX. So we went there. It was fun. But I never heard of Set Your Goals until that time. And I'm like, damn, you guys are just exactly what I would like. You're the perfect opener for these other two bands. Like you sound exactly like them, just not as mature, not as old. But I dig. And then fast forward a little bit, but Tanya liked this band a lot.
Yeah.
And I never said anything because if she like her taste in anything was awful. So I just never wanted to like engage in conversation with her about things that we had in common, but we did have a lot of pop punkness in common. But yeah. But this is cool.
I forgot about her, yeah.
Yeah, Tanya. Is it in? Fucking Tanya. This is Set Your Goals' second record from 2009.
Oh man.
I know, it's cool. It's cool. Fucking Tanya, that little butt.
Oh man.
What a butt wipe. Okay. Anyway.
What else you got?
Anyway. 4 Year Strongers. 4 Year Strongers.
Yeah. For you, that's a cool cover. Actually, I like that cover a lot.
You know, if he's listening to this podcast, and he will not appreciate all the laughing at his expense.
Who?
The person who she was talking to.
No, he doesn't listen.
He might.
I don't think he. I know he listens to some, but not.
He has before.
Anyway.
He might.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, 4 Year Strong. This is a band that I never heard of until we did. When we first started doing the pod, remember we did like our weekly picks would just be a band, and then we listened to the entire discography instead of just like listening to one song.
Yeah, we used to do that, huh? That was
So like the
stupid.
band that like I think it was like the first episode ever that we did, because it was Day to Remember versus Blinks, right?
Yeah, that was what we did on the first episode. Yeah,
And I think I brought this band called Chunk No Captain Chunk to the pod.
yeah, I remember
I
that.
said, oh yeah, listen to everything. And it's like, that's just a lot of fucking stuff to listen to. And if you don't like that band, you're gonna hate that band by the end of it.
Yes.
But while listening to that band, this one would come up on like suggested. You also like this, so that's how I got into 4 Year Strong. But I don't know. This is their second record, 2007. More like easy core
All
pop
right.
punk stuffs. It's fun. It's cool. Sounds the same.
We should we should make a Patreon, and we have a Patreon, but nobody subscribes to it because we've never promoted it. But we should start promoting it and say, here are all of the old episodes that are no longer available, and we'll just start with our very first episode. Like those first like 15, 20 episodes are terrible. They're so bad. That's when we were just using the snowball mic, and in between one of it, just one mic between the two of us, and it was just
Staring at each other for 2 hours.
it was so stupid.
That's something.
Oh man, it was dumb.
That's something.
I should put them on. I should just put them on a Patreon and do like $5 a month or whatever.
Yeah.
God, it'd be so dumb.
$2 a month, baby. Everybody subscribe. Rate, review, and subscribe. Smash that like button. Hey, what's up, guys? And the last thing I got here. every time,
Every YouTube channel does that.
every time Sloan's playing a video game, Like every time he plays anything, and I
Oh,
happen to
man.
catch him with his headphones off, I'll say, "Hey, what's up, guys? This is Armin van Buren 6 coming at you straight from Destiny 2, doing the Quarter Rave solo by myself. Go and smash that like button." It's why you say it every time, because he's never even said that, but I think it's funny.
I know. Oh, that's so good.
Okay, anyway, last thing I got here,
continue.
probably the most exciting thing, I guess. Maybe not. I don't know. You probably
We'll
don't like this.
Probably not. Oh, yes.
This little
Yes,
guy
baby
here.
girl. Yes, baby girl.
I must
But is
have
it an
had
OG?
1,000 faces. Yeah, it's an OG. It's actually signed by everybody in the Mars Volta.
Everybody who's ever been in the Mars Volta has signed that.
Correct. The entire family tree. That would actually be pretty crazy if you had
That would be wild.
like something in the autograph realm where just the entire family tree of Omar.
That'd be sick. Actually.
Everybody.
You
Even that
remember
dude
that?
that runs Clouds Hill signs it.
Oh, that fucking Johan asshole.
Yeah.
You remember that podcast we used to listen to, Star Wars in Character?
Yep.
So there's one guy on that great, really fun podcast, but they don't do it anymore. But there's one guy on there, and his thing was he would go to all the Star Wars conventions, and he had a giant poster, and he had every person sign this poster who was in any Star Wars movie. He mostly focused on the original trilogy, and I'm talking like extras, like people where an alien that you only saw once on screen, or like saw like in one shot. Like he would have them
That's
sign it
fucking cool.
because those people go to those big Star Wars conventions,
Yeah, but I was like,
and that was his thing. He would go and get these random fucking people that were in Star Wars to sign this giant poster. That was cool though.
I mean, that's one of those things that like in 20, 50 years from now, it's not gonna be worth that much money, if anything. But like that's gonna like damn near be like a historical artifact when it comes to the Star Wars universe. And
Yeah,
that's
it's really
fucking cool. Wish we'd have done that like in our NAM days, right? I just have one thing and just have everybody that we ever met from NAM just
sign
sign
it.
that one thing.
That would have been cool. Man, I have so many. I don't know how many you've kept over the years, but
None.
I have so many. Really got rid of all those autographs
Yeah. I think I only kept Joe Satriani.
of all of them.
Because it was like the most personal of them. Everyone else I
It
didn't give a
was,
fuck
yeah,
about.
it was.
Oh,
it
and
was.
then Patrick Wilson's drumhead that he signed for me.
Oh, okay, yeah. I have it all in a box in the garage. You know.
Speaking of NAM, I'm
Shocking.
gonna see if our store can get us tickets into NAM.
Ooh, that'd be so sick. Fuck yeah, do it, dude.
Back
Do
at
it.
it, baby.
Just say you sell guitars or some shit.
Yeah, I don't even fucking ask. I think he's have to pay him a fee. It's probably like a couple $100 or whatever. But fuck yeah,
Yeah, do it. Hell yeah.
fuck yeah.
Write-offs, baby. It's all a write-off.
They're all writing it off. You didn't know what a write-off is. Steinfeld.
Steinfeld, yes. What else you got?
That's it. That's all I got.
You got? Oh,
But no, it's not an original. I think it's a 2012 press.
Oh, about the drive-in. I forgot we were even talking about that.
Yeah. But good stuff. Good.
That's fine.
Good
You'll get an
stuffs.
OG. You'll get an OG someday, like I did. You
I
know.
will. Well, I had
Funnily
your
enough,
OG and then
yeah, you got me the OG at what was it, Grace Records?
It was at Wooden Tooth in Tucson.
Oh, okay, yeah, but that was at a time where you refused to spend any more than like $15 a record.
Yeah.
So you were just
Actually, when I was at Wooden Tooth, the reason I bought yours is because they had a Grateful Dead record that I wanted, and they had it at 40. And I asked for a discount on both of them, and he's like, "I'll give you the Grateful Dead for 25, but I can't do anything about this
oh,
one."
you piece of shit.
So I was like, "Okay."
Oh, you're an asshole. All right, so yeah, like I said, if you want to listen to any of the songs that we're talking about from these records, there's a Spotify playlist in the description of the episode. But what I'll start with is this right here, Charlie XCX. See that right here?
Brat.
There you go, Brat. You know, Brat.
Brat.
This record came out in 2024, just last year, and I've only heard a couple songs of hers over the years, never listened to a full record, and I finally got around to it a couple weeks ago. I listened to this record, Brat, and I fucking love this record. It's so goddamn good. And I was already going to the record store that day, to White Rabbit Records. I was already going there. And yeah, they had a couple copies, obviously, because, you know, this is a big seller. And I picked it up. It's a black like a smoky black, gray kind of translucent pressing. And yeah, I don't know. I think this is a fantastic record. I still need to go back and listen to her other albums, but This is so
too bad
good.
you don't have someone that has been telling you for years to listen to
I know.
Charlie XCX, but that's okay.
And
Yeah,
the
listen,
songs I've heard by her, I've always liked, but I've just never gotten around to listening to her records. So
it's not even just like the songs, which are just perfect pop songs, but like the production is just it's
good.
It's perfect pop production.
Like I would even compare it to like MIA. You know what I mean? Like it's honestly what it reminded me of. And after I listened to this record, I did put on that MIA record, and then it was Chick season. That day for me. So I put on No Doubt. I put on Paramore. I put on what else did I put on? I don't remember what I put on, but whatever.
Diana Ross.
I don't have any Diana Ross, so no, I didn't. I have no Temptations either. You don't either. Get out of here. You have no. You don't have any Diana Ross.
I think I only have like 2. I guess like funk R&B records. It's not really my thing. I have Thriller, and that's.
You still have Thriller?
Thriller's good. It's a good record.
It's good, but I used to have it, but I only listened to it once when I got it, and I ended up purging it because I know I'm never going to go back to it. It's just not my thing.
I think I have Thriller.
Cool,
I have Maggot Brain, which is like, that's barely in the funk soul section. And then I have like this spoken word, Wanda Robinson. She has like spoken word poetry.
Isn't that girl who? I think you talked about her when we first started collecting. Like you got her from VMP, or you got her from some like subscription site, right? It wasn't VMP.
I got that from Grace, but I got a different thing from that 303 Records during the quarantine when they were sending me random shit.
It was. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
That was so cool. Like during the quarantine, it was like, hey, give us like $30 a month, and we'll give you like a record that's at least worth $20, and then we'll include the shipping or whatever. And I was like, fuck it, just tell us what you're looking for. And multiple times, like they sent me something, I was like, dude, this is fucking good. And I was very, very happy with that. I was happy to send them $30, like $30. Who gives a fuck? We're getting them stimmy checks left and right at that time. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. Yeah, we were getting a lot of free money, kind of not free, but anyway.
We did our pool with that stimmy check.
Did you really? Oh,
yeah.
Look at that. Oh, yeah, because you guys had to not repave it, but you had to what is it called?
Basically, like just fucking do the whole thing over again, like replaster.
Yeah. Replaster. Yeah, that's what you had to do. All right, so the next thing I have here is a single, 7-inch. Band is called the Spinto Band right here. The song is called Oh Mandy. So there's a full length that came out. It's called Nice and Nicely Done. The album came out in 2005, but the single came out in 2006. The B-side is it's not even on the record. It's just like this minute-long kind of noise track. And the Spinto Band, this is not my normal kind of cup of tea normally at all. It's it's extremely indie rock. Just not my thing at all normally, but there's a shit ton of nostalgia because it was where I was working at the time and just people I was hanging out with, and we were somebody in this group, they loved this band a lot and they played Nice and Nicely Done all the time. Whenever we'd be driving around and stuff and hanging out. So they were always playing that out record. So there's a ton of nostalgia, and I want that record, but it's too pricey. It's only ever been pressed twice. It was repressed in 2016, but they're all expensive. So I ended up just getting this. I think it's like $50, $60, and I'm like, I don't want to drop that much for it.
I mean, it's not worth it just for the one fucking song, right?
But I like the whole record. I do like the whole record, but I'd like to just it's one of those things where I would be really happy if I came across it in the wild. So Oh Mandy, this is a single off that record, but this is my favorite song off the record. And I really love this song. So
it's good.
This is more like your kind of music. Yeah. It's definitely more your style. But it's straight indie rock.
Yes,
there's no
straight out of high school. Like this is what the shit. I mean, yeah, no, it was cool. I liked it.
Yeah, 2005. Like I said, 2005 when I was working at Disneyland, and that was a fun summer. So anyway, next thing here, brand news, Deja Entendu. Got this one.
Good.
Got this one from Amazon because why not?
How much was it?
How much? 25, 26, something like that. It wasn't bad at all. I got this one. We talked enough about this record a few weeks ago on the podcast during Long Island season, so I'm not going to get too in depth on that.
I'm still I still spin Brand New, that record, every Friday.
That's crazy.
Every Friday.
But this is the only one you have. This is the only why haven't you got Your Favorite Weapon or? I mean, you said you haven't got Daisy because you're just waiting for it to come into the store, but
I don't, because I don't want to. I don't. I gotta see it in the wild, kid. I gotta see it in the wild, or I can order through our distributor. And if our distributor doesn't have it, then I'm gotta wait.
Gotta wait. All right. So the next thing here, I got this one from you. You purged this one for some reason, and it's the Vandals When in Rome. Their second record, or actually their first record. I'm sorry, but with the kind of OG lineup before Dave Quackenbush joined. Really, the only member that's on this record that is currently in the band is Joe Escalante, and he played drums on this record. So this is just straightforward punk. It's a lot of fun. Hocus Pocus. They do a cover of Hocus Pocus by Focus, and it's just fun. It's a really good punk record. Not their best by any means, but it's a really fun punk record.
It's fun. It's fun. That is it.
It is fun. That is it.
That is it.
So, yeah. And honestly, I got this one from you like maybe 2 months ago, and I just got around to listening to it. It's been in my backlog for that long. Damn. So another one that's been in my backlog for a long time is this one, Guttermouth's Friendly People.
Yeah, that's something.
See that right here? This is an OG press. It's only ever been pressed once. Got this from you. This is their second record from '94, and
that was like,
thank you.
Whatever you call the opposite of buyer's remorse. I have seller's remorse for that. Like I should have kept that one.
Yeah, you got rid of this one. You got rid of the Very Proud of You OG.
Yeah,
and you got rid of this Vandals one, the one in Rome.
The Vandals one I don't care about that. Whatever.
But yeah, so your trash is my treasure. So there you go.
That's something.
So yeah, there you go. Friendly People. Love this record. How can you not? It's Guttermouth. The last thing here is also Guttermouth. Musical Monkey, baby. Musical Monkey. So this is their fourth record from '97. And no, it's not their best. Second best. But that's okay. So Musical Monkey, it's only ever been pressed once. In 1997, it was pressed once. This is an OG, not a bootleg. And I got this one. I bought this while I was out in Arizona like a month ago with you, and hungover as hell. And it came up on my want list. Somebody was selling it in Japan.
Always in Japan too.
Always in Japan. And I was kind of wary about buying it. And you're like, just buy it. It's cheap.
But you're never gonna see that shit.
And I did. I bought it, and it took like 3 weeks to get here. Not bad. But then it got stuck in my post office distribution center. So I had to spend hours on the phone trying to figure out why is it still at the distribution
center.
Just
go down there.
I know, it's literally across the street. The distribution center
so
is across
close.
the street. And they're like, no, we don't let people come in, like walk into the building, whatever. And I'm like, and he's like, yeah, and the people who sent it, they didn't put an actual street address. They just put Anaheim, California, no street. I'm like, what the fuck? And then literally 2 days later, it shows up at my door. So the guy at the post office lied to me, or at the distribution center lied to me. And I don't know. Anyway, that's the story behind this. Came from Japan. And honestly, this is side A is super fucking quiet. Nothing wrong with it. Literally nothing wrong with it. A tiny bit of surface noise at the beginning of side B. But otherwise, I mean, this is like, we're getting close to near mint on the LP. The jacket is a little banged up, but I mean, it's almost 30 years old. Still a VG, like a solid high VG when it comes to the jacket. So Musical Monkey.
That's what the Japanese do, man. That's what they do, man. I've heard that like in the 90s especially, they were just over here in America buying all of our records that we didn't care about, and then because like vinyl culture never died over there. Yeah. And not like they were buying and taking it from us. It's just that they could sell it and people wanted it over there. And so there's a couple places that we've sold to online. There's one in LA and there's one in New York that like they'll send records that they're going to send to Japan to LA, and they'll freight it over Japan by like the thousands. But that's why you see a lot of like punk records in 90s and shit like that in Japan. It's because they bought it all.
Scooped it all up.
I mean, dude, they were smart. But they always undergrade that shit. So if you buy a record and it's like VG, you can expect that to fucking play damn clean.
Yeah, I mean it was listed as VG, and like I said, the LP was almost near mint, and the jacket is riding on the line of VG and VG plus. So especially for a record like I said that's been out for almost 30 years. For a pressing that's been out for almost 30 years, and it's crossed the pond. It's crossed to Japan.
It's coming home.
Yeah, it's finally coming home back to California, SoCal.
Crazy. Oh, such a good record, and it's just like it's such an obscure punk record that like
Yeah,
nobody fucking cares.
I know. I was so excited. I was so excited when I got it. I was so stoked.
Ooh, it's a 3-day weekend. Load it up my truck. And in the fucking mood, ready, aim, fire. So dumb.
Oh fuck. Mark Adkins, man, he's something else. That the singer of Guttermouth, he's something.
He is something else.
Just does not give a fuck who he makes fun of. What? So I and then I listened to their live record on Spotify, the whole enchilada, the live portion of that, and which came out in 2017. And fuck, what did I? Because he gets in fights. He argues with people in the crowd, but he like argues about like abortion and shit. Like, and he takes like the opposite side of most people. It's like, you know, abortion's bad, or you know what I mean. Like he just he likes to just argue and fuck.
He's just
with
an
people.
asshole. He wants to argue with about anything. He doesn't give a fuck what it is.
And what did I texted you and I said what he called somebody in the audience like a dick turd or something like that. What did he? I don't
remember.
Ah, shit, I don't remember what it was, but it was something like it was a really childish insult, but it was so funny, and I was laughing so goddamn hard. And he was arguing with this guy in the crowd about welfare and how people just leech off the welfare system and everything like that, and they should all die or something. So he said something really offensive, and then he called him like a dick turd or something like that. He called the guy in the audience a dick turd for thinking
good.
that welfare is good. It was just like, damn, dude, you don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I mean, to a fault, right? And like, they kicked out of Australia or some shit because he's put on a horrible show and insulted people and acted like an asshole. And they're like, you know what, dude, just don't come back anymore.
All right, well, I guess that's it for the vinyl stuffs. My internet crapped out, so I had to go reset the router. So now we're back, and I don't know. That's all I got for the vinyl. Really, that's the end of the episode. Honestly, I don't know what else I have to talk about. Do you have anything else to talk about? Want to talk about?
You like the Super Bowl halftime show?
It was fine. I'm not a big fan of Kendrick Lamar, and I get there was all that message, the message that he was, conveying with all the Samuel L. Jackson and the, Uncle Sam stuff. I get the message, but I don't care for Kendrick Lamar. Whatever.
It's fine.
Yeah. Not my thing. No.
It was fine.
And the Super Bowl is stupid anyway. Football's stupid.
Yeah.
American football is stupid. So
that is something. That is true.
That is true, dude. Are you anything else? We good?
That's all I got.
All right. Thank you all for listening. Go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Give us 5 stars. If you're watching on YouTube, smash that subscribe button. And that's it. That's all.
Put your